All right, here is the technique for sternocleidomastoid. Goes from the mastoid process to the sternum and clavicle. Go ahead and turn your head to the left and then raise your ear toward the ceiling. And there you have a nice example of the 3 different attachments. Okay? So our work in this area will be really light. Any anterior neck work is very light and superficial. Our first technique in the book is myofascial. So we have no lotion yet. I'm just using the finger pads of a couple fingers. And I'm taking the superficial layer of skin and fascia down toward the clavicle. If I feel any excessive tugging, I might spend some more time in that area. If I feel a pulse, I'm going to move to a different area. And if you want to get one side better than the other, you can definitely move the head and just do myofascial work on one side at a time. You can go in just about any direction. And this really would be just the glide myofascial technique, not the J stroke, not the two-handed glide. After myofascial work, you can apply oil or lotion to the SCM, and then we'll search from the upper attachment to the lower attachment. But again, this is still a lighter search than other muscles because we're in the anterior area of the neck, and it's just a more vulnerable area. So let me know, Vincent, if something is tender. If you ever are unsure about if you're on the right muscle or not, you can have them activate it. So turn your head to the left. Perfect. Relax. And then in the distal attachments, the insertion points, you can do cross fiber friction just to get at those attachment sites. Anything tender here?
All good.
So we did myofascial techniques, we did searches in the belly of the muscle. The other treatment technique that's listed in the course packet is light static holds. This is a great technique for anterior neck. So we're just gliding and holding. If you want, you could draw the client's attention to this area if you feel like it's tense. Have them take a deep breath in and exhale any tension with extra attention toward the SCM muscle. Your static hold could be a whole hand kind of static hold. That's a more calming effect. The PIMR for the SCM, I'm going to have my client scooch up, and hopefully you can still see professional camera work there. So that the client's head is off the table. I'm supporting the weight of my client's head, and we'll stretch to the end of range of motion very slowly and very gently, and then raise your ear toward the ceiling. We'll hold for about 4 or 5 seconds and then relax. My hand is still supporting the weight of the head. I'm just going down a little bit further. On the other side, look like this. Raise your ear toward the ceiling and relax. My client doesn't have a lot of range of motion issues, so your client might only go a few degrees off the table, and that's fine. This is not a stretch to push. Go ahead and go back down toward your toes. And then the last technique is activation of the SCM, and that is where the client retracts the chin or kind of pulls their chin in toward their neck and then relaxes back to neutral. So it's just activating that SCM muscle. If it's not active enough, for example, if it's inhibited, that can affect the neck posture. So if you think that your client needs this, the activation technique is just retraction. So go ahead and tuck your chin in and relax. And once more. That exercise tightens the SCM for clients that need facilitation of the sternocleidomastoid. And those techniques for the SCM.